Hello, welcome back to Learn Economia. Today we discuss the concept of FDI in India. FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment. So, what is FDI doing in India and how is it progressing? Let's discuss all these things in detail in this video. Let's get started. FDI or foreign direct investment is considered to be a kind of investment which is made by a company or an individual in one country into business interest which is located in some other country. FDI or foreign direct investment is considered to be an important driver of economic growth and economic development in any nation, whether it be an emerging economy or whether it be a developing economy or whether it be an underdeveloped economy. Any investment from an individual or a firm which can be located in a foreign country into a country is known as foreign direct investment, and this is what we have started with. In general case, foreign direct investment would occur when a foreign entity acquires for ownership or controlling of shares of a company in one country, or this also happen when it establishes business in a country. It is different from foreign portfolio investment. In the case of foreign portfolio investment, the foreign entity would buy equity shares of a company, and this is what the entire process is. In foreign direct investment, the foreign equity has a say in the day-to-day operations of the company, whereas this is not seen in the foreign portfolio investment. FDI is not just inflow of money. It involves inflow of technology, it involves inflow of knowledge, it involves inflow of skills as well as inflow of enterprise or know-how. It's considered to be a major source of non-debt financial resource of the economic development of an economy or a country. FDI involves an economy which will be growing as a result of skilled workforce. FDI has developed radically as a major form of international capital transfer, especially in the recent years. There have been a lot of advantages when it comes to FDI. That doesn't mean that FDI is free from disadvantages. The advantages of FDI are not evenly distributed, and that is considered to be one of the disadvantages of FDI. And this depends on the host country's systems as well as infrastructural development. Moving to the determinants of FDI in the host countries. This involves policy framework. This involves the rules with respect to the entry as well as operation or function. This involves political and economic conditions or situations in the country. It involves social stability of the country. It involves treatment standards of foreign affiliates. It also involves international agreements. Also, trade policies as well as privatization policy would come to its actions here. In the case of FDI in India, we can see that the investment climate of India has been improving a lot. It's still improving, and it has improved tremendously since 1991. And it was when the government opened up the economy in order to initiate the LPG strategies. Here, LPG stands for liberalization, privatization, and globalization. The improvement in this regard is commonly attributed to easing of FDI norms. As a result of LPG reforms in India, India could attract a lot of foreign direct investment from foreigners. Many sectors have opened up for foreign investment partially or wholly since the economic liberalization of the country. And the current situation is that India ranks in the top list. India's position is in the top priority of 100 economies when it comes to the ease of doing business. In 2019, what happened was that India was among the top 10 receivers of FDI, and that was up to an amount of $49 billion inflows. This is what is told by the UN report, and this is a 16% increase from 2018. In 2020 February, the DPIIT notifies policy to allow 100% FDI in insurance intermediaries. In April 2020, the DPIIT came out with a new rule It stated that the entity of any company that shares a land border with India or where the beneficial owner of investment into India is situated in or is a citizen of such a country can invest only under the government route. So we will be seeing the different routes in which FDI would be occurring in India. Here, what it means is that such entities can only invest following the approval of the government of India. And in 2020, we can also see that the government decided to sell 100% stake in National Airlines Air India. Moving to the routes of FDI, it would happen in two routes, automatic route and government route. We will be explaining this in detail. Coming to the automatic route of FDI, this involves a foreign entity not requiring the prior approval of the government or RBI. Examples are medical devices, which is up to 100%, thermal power, which is up to 100%, insurance, which is up to 49%, and insurance company in the security market, which is up to 49%. So these are not the only items covered in automatic route. There have been a lot of items, but in order to give you some examples, I have cited only 4 items here. Next, coming to the government route of FDI. Under this route, the foreign entity would be forced to get approval of the government. So this is very much compulsory when it comes to government route of FDI. And the foreign company should file an application through Foreign Investment Facilitation Portal, and this is which facilitates single window clearance for the foreign investor. And this application is forwarded to the respective ministry or the department which deals with the kind of FDI, and this ministry would then approve or reject the application after consultation with the DPIIT. Here examples are broadcasting content services, which would be up to 49%, banking and public sector, which would be up to 20%. Here also there have been a lot of examples, but I have taken only 2 of them. Now coming to the different sectors where FDI is prohibited. Even though India is a country which promotes foreign direct investment, even though India is trying to acquire foreign direct investment more and more by going for different policies, that doesn't mean that India is a country that would encourage FDI in all the sectors. There have been certain sectors where FDI is completely prohibited, and these are agricultural or plantation activities like horticulture, fisheries, plantation, etc. Atomic energy generation, Nidhi company, lotteries, investment in chit funds, trading in TDRs, cigarettes, housing and retail estate, etc. So in these arenas, FDI is not prohibited. FDI is prohibited. It is not allowed. Okay. So coming to the new FDI policy in India, we can see that as per this policy, an entity of a country which shares a land border with India or where the beneficial owner of investment into India is situated in or is a citizen of such a country can make investment in India, and this can be done only through the government route. An automatic route is not allowed. This can be done only through the government route. And a transfer of ownership in FDI deal with the benefits that a country would be having as a result of the same. So a transfer of ownership in an FDI deal with that benefits any country that shares a border with India. Well, here also what the country needs is a government approval. Here also FDI would be channelized to automatic route. Government route. Automatic route is not allowed. Now, investors from different countries not covered by new policy only have to inform the Reserve Bank of India after a transaction rather than asking for prior permission. The earlier FDI policy was actually limited to allowing only Bangladesh and Pakistan via government route in all the sectors. The revised order, this has brought many companies from China under the government route filter. Coming to the benefits of FDI, as I have started with, I started by saying that FDI has got a lot of benefits. So this would cover the financial resources for economic development. It definitely brings FDI brings financial resources for economic development. It brings new technologies. It brings new skills. It brings new knowledge. It would generate more employment opportunities for people in the country where FDI occurs. It brings in a more competitive business environment in the country. It improves the quality of products and services in different sectors. And moving to the disadvantages, as I have already told you, FDI is not free from disadvantages. It would affect the domestic investment as well as domestic companies very much adversely. We can see that small companies in a country may not be able to withstand the onslaught of MNCs or multinational corporations or companies in their sector. So there is a risk of many domestic firms shutting up as a result of shutting down as a result of FDI. So FDI may also adversely affect the exchange rate of a country. Moving to the measures taken by the government of India to deal with FDI, we can see that there have been many government schemes like production linked incentives, which came in 2020 in order to deal with electronics manufacturing. And in 2019, the amendment of FDI Policy 2017 was taken by the government of India. This was to permit 100% FDI under automatic route in coal mining activities. And FDI in manufacturing was already under 100% automatic route. And but what happened in 2019 was the government has clarified that the investment in Indian enterprises engaged in contract manufacturing is now permitted under 100% automatic route. Further, the government has also permitted 26% FDI in digital sectors. This plays a very important role when India is moving to a digitalized market economy. Now, the sector digital market, we know that this has particularly high return capabilities in India because we have favorable demographic features in India. We have substantial mobile as well as internet penetration systems and facilities in India. We have massive consumption along technology uptake in India, and all these would provide India a great market opportunity from a foreign investor who would be investing in the digital sector in India. So foreign investment facilitation portal is another important step taken by the government of India, and this is an online single point interface of the government of India with investors to facilitate FDI. This is something which is administered by the Department of Promotion of Industry as well as Internal Trade as well as Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, and FDI inflow, we can see that this is expected to increase over the years, and as foreign investors have shown interest in government's moves to allow private train operations and bid out airports, we can see that we have a huge possibility of FDI increasing in India. Valuable sectors such as defense manufacturing, where government enhanced FDI limit under the automatic route from 49% to 74% in May 2020. This is also expected to attract a large investment going forward. Moving into the regulatory framework for FDI in India, we can see that there have been a lot of laws taken and followed by the government of India to deal with this. It will involve companies laws, Companies Act. It would also involve Securities and Exchange Board of India Act of 92. It would include Foreign Exchange Management Act. It would include Foreign Trade Act of 92. It will include Civil Procedure Code of 1908, Indian Contract Act of 1872 also comes here, Arbitration and Conciliation Act of 96 comes here, Competition Act of 2002 comes here, Income Tax Act of 1961 and Foreign Direct Investment Policy would also come here. Now coming to the authorities to deal with FDI, it involves a Foreign Investment Promotion Board, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which is DPIIT. Now Reserve Bank of India and Directorate General of Foreign Trade. All these are certain boards which deal with foreign direct investment in India. Then also we have Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, SEBI, Income Tax Department, several ministries of Government of India such as Power, Information, Communication, Energy would also come here. Now coming to the important government authorities in India dealing with FDI. So this would cover the Directorate General of Foreign Exchange, Foreign Trade, Reserve Bank of India, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Foreign Investment Promotion Board. Then we have Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Securities and Exchange Board of India, Income Tax Department, several other ministries to deal with power, information, communication, energy, etc. So coming to the way forward to deal with FDI, we have already seen that FDI is actually increasing in India, and FDI is promoting a lot of economic growth as well as development in India. That is why it is considered to be a driver of important source of debt finance, non-debt finance for economic development in India. So this is a kind of non-debt finance for our economy. So it is a kind of income, it's a source of income for our economy. It's considered to be a robust and easily accessible regime for India. And economic growth in the post-pandemic period and India's large market shall continue to attract a large number of investment opportunities in the country. So that's all about FDI in India. So I request you to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and you can be a part of my Telegram group and Telegram channel to discuss your doubts. I'll be providing the links of these in the description box. Thank you.